Welcome back. I'm attorney Andrew Bethel of Bethel Law, where we talk estate planning, finances, real estate, and taxes. Today we're going to tackle an increasingly popular tax concept due to rising housing prices. Let's unravel the complexities of a tool used in real estate and investment planning called a 1031 exchange. It might sound like a complex term, but don't worry, I'm going to break it down to bite-sized, easy-to-understand pieces, so let's get started. Now you may be wondering, what exactly is a 1031 exchange? Well, a 1031, named after Section 1031 of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code, allows for an investor to exchange one investment property for another like-kind property of equal or greater value and defer paying capital gains taxes on that sale. In simple words, it's a way to swap one business or investment asset for another without having to pay any tax, or at least defer the taxes until later. But here's where it gets interesting. You may ask, can I exchange my primary residence? Well, no. A 1031 exchange is meant only for investment or business properties, not personal ones. And keep in mind that the IRS requires you to hold the property for productive use in a trade or business or investment. So does a 1031 exchange only apply to real estate? The short answer is, as of now, yes. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 limited 1031 exchanges to real estate assets. So unfortunately, you can't exchange your valuable artwork or private jet tax-free. Well, at least not until after 2025 when the act is set to expire. Next, does the quantity of properties matter? Can I exchange one property to purchase two, or vice versa, exchange two for one? Absolutely. The quantity does not matter so long as you meet all the other requirements I mentioned before, and which I'll expand on more as we go. Now, a key role in this process is played by a qualified intermediary, which we'll call a QI. This is a third party who helps facilitate the exchange and holds the proceeds from the sale of your old property until you used it to acquire the new one. Now, the savvy entrepreneur that you are might be wondering if you can use an entity that you own as the QI. Essentially, be your own middleman. The answer is no. The IRS has strict rules against this to prevent conflicts of interest. The QI cannot be a disqualified person. Disqualified persons generally include the taxpayer, which is you, any relative of the taxpayer, or the taxpayer's agent, including attorney, accountant, investment banker or broker, or real estate agent or broker, within a 2-year period of the date of transfer of the first of the relinquished properties. And of course, the QI isn't going to help you in tax deferment dealings for free. They're going to charge a fee for their services. This is where you're going to need to do some homework to 1. Find a QI that is qualified to work in your state, and 2. A QI that works on the fee structure you prefer. Each state has their own requirements on who can be a QI in their state. For example, California requires a license, a bond, and errors and omissions insurance to operate as a QI. Additionally, a QI's fee structure will vary based on the case. Some may charge a flat fee, while others may charge a percentage for the amount to be held. Again, do your homework. Let's talk federal and state law. Are 1031 exchanges only recognized on a federal level? No. Actually, most states, with a few exceptions, follow the federal tax treatment and allow you to defer state-level capital gains taxes. However, it's crucial to check your specific state's laws and regulations. California does recognize 1031 exchanges at the state level, but again, check your specific state. Now let's talk about the critical timelines in a 1031 exchange. This is very important as there is absolutely no leniency or extensions granted by the IRS, even if any of these days falls on a weekend or a holiday. From the date of selling your property, you have exactly 45 days to identify potential replacement properties and a total of 180 days to complete the purchase of the new property or properties. Again, these deadlines are set in stone, so be sure to plan ahead. One important term to know is boot. This is anything you receive in exchange that isn't like-kind property, such as cash, personal property, or relief from debt. While the goal is to fully exchange one property for another, sometimes there might be some boot, an extra benefit, and this could be subject to taxes. One last interesting tidbit, there's no limit to how many times or how frequently you can do a 1031 exchange. You can roll over the gain from one piece of investment real estate to another, and so on. With each exchange, you avoid capital gains taxes and your investment continues to grow tax deferred. However, before you begin exchanging properties one after another, day after day, know that rapid back-to-back exchanges could potentially draw scrutiny from the IRS regarding whether your intent was truly to hold the property for productive use in a trade or business for investment. The IRS might argue that you were not holding the properties for investment, but were instead engaging in dealer activities or operating a real estate trading business. in which case the gains could be considered ordinary income and not eligible for 1031 exchange treatment. With that, we've covered a lot, but by now you should know the basics of a 1031 exchange and should have a good idea as to whether it's something you might want to do. But there's still more to talk about. Reverse 1031 exchanges, complex and multi-step transactions, foreign properties, and perhaps most interestingly, real estate investment trusts, REITs, and whether they qualify for a 1031 exchange. The answer is not entirely straightforward. However, this video is already long, so we'll end here for now. Let me know if you want me to cover any of those topics or if you have any questions by dropping a comment below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to our channel for more easy to understand insights into estate planning, taxes, real estate, and finances. You can watch our last video here or check out this other great one.